Greetings to all, and we are going to see Sarojini Naidu's poem Palanquin Bearers. So it is written in the year 1905, and it is one of the Indian ancient poem. So from this poem we can guess the spirit of the bride, how she enjoys her wedding, how she is happy, as well as how she is unhappy when she leaves his home. So this is the poem, and it has two stanzas, 6 lines for each stanza. And Sarojini Naidu, we all know that she was born in the year 1879, 13th February, and she died in the year 2nd March 1949. She has been called, we all know that she has been called as the Nightingale of India by Mahatma Gandhi, and also Bharat Kohila. And so these are the names given by Mahatma Gandhi, and she is a political activist, and she took the themes from the common people as well as the real life people, and also she has also written the poem Coromandel Fishes. In that poem, and she mentions the livelihood of fishermen community, how they are suffering. And so this that poem, and she depicts the sufferings of the fishermen community. Here it is just opposite in a happy note, and she has written this poem Palanquin. And they are very happy, and happily they are taking the bride, and also they are singing, and the song it is very rhythmic, and she has used many images, and she has used refrain and anaphora, alliterations. So in this poem, I will read out the poem, and you will enjoy this line. And oh lightly, we bear her along. She sways like a flower in the wind of our song. She skims like a bird on the foam of a stream. She floats like a laugh from the lips of a dream. Gaily, oh gaily, we glide and we sing. We bear her along like a pearl on a string. Softly, oh softly, we bear her along. So lightly, oh lightly, we bear her along. So it is very palanquin bearers, and the poem has started their own experience, how they are taking the bride. So it is very lightly they are taking the bride, and for comparison in the first stanza itself, and Sarojini Naidu, she has compared the bride to the 4 things. What is that? First one, and she compares the bride to a flower, and she is she is swaying like a flower, and according to the song they are singing, and they are taking the bride for her wedding. So she is like a dancer, and she is dancing, and she skims like a bat on the foam of a stream. So she is like the bat, and she is very happily, and she is skimming, and also Sarojini Naidu compares the bride to a dreamer, and the one who dreams. If we also have that experience in our life, if we are dreaming, if we have a very good dream, immediately while waking up, and we can feel the warmth of the dream, we can feel the smile, and we are automatically thinking of the dream, and also we begin to smile. So, and here Sarojini Naidu compares the bride to the dreamer, one who has the good dream, and like that, and she is smiling, she is laughing, and final comparison, gaily, so very gladly they are doing their job. And also here the 2 things, and she has said. One is how unitedly the palanquin bearers are taking and are doing their job. So it is very hard to take, it is very hard to bear a man or a woman. So in spite of all these hardships, they are very happily doing their job, and effortlessly doing their work. They consider their work is worship. So here also, and gaily, very gladly they are doing their job. And final comparison, the fourth comparison, and she we bear her along like a pearl, and she is like a pearl on a string. These are the four comparisons of the first stanza. Now the second stanza of the poem, what is that? And she hangs like a star in the dew of our song. She springs like a beam on the brow of the tide. She falls like a beam on the brow of the tide. She falls like a tear from the eyes of a bride. Lightly, we glide and we sing. We bear her along like a pearl on a string. So this is the second stanza of the poem. So here she hangs. The first comparison of the second stanza is Sarojini Naidu compares the bride to a star. So what is the main ultimate quality of the star is reflecting lightness. So on seeing the bride face, we can guess the happy note, and also we can feel the good vibe, the positive vibe, the happy vibe we can get as the star reflects. She springs like a beam and she falls like a beam on the brow. She falls like a tear. So this line, it is very notable, and also the key point of the key note of this poem, and she is like a tear from the eyes of a bride. So when we have the habit of attending marriage functions and all, so we can experience this this scenario from marriages. All marriages we can witness this scene. And what was the scene? And above all the lines, and from these lines we can guess how happy she is. Now she begins to cry. What is the cry? Why she is crying? And she is about to leave her own parents' house. So that's why, and she is crying. Even though she enjoys her wedding, though she is hopes for the new future of her life, and she is somewhat feels unhappy and sadness. The cry, that it is a mixture of, the cry is not only the sad occasion, it is a mixture of both the happiness and the sorrow. So she is going to miss her parents' house. She is going to miss her siblings. So that is the sad note of this line. So we bear her along like a pearl on a string. With this refrain, and Sarojini Naidu ended this poem, and it is an extract from the poem collection, that is the golden threshold. The golden threshold is a collection, and it has many poems. This Balanquin BRS is an extract, and it is also the first poem of the golden threshold. And it has, I already told that is this poem has a full of anaphora. She is anaphora. We all know that the first line, and it will be similar. And she is, and we can also witness that civilly, like, and refrain. What's the refrain? And she is, we bear her along like a pearl on a string. So this is the refrain of this poem. With this I conclude. So we can also have the very when we are reading Sarojini Naidu's poems, and we can get the true effects of the people's life, because Balanquin BRS, it is not now in practice. So when we come to read this poem, when we are reading this poem, we came to know that already people were doing this, and once marrying on Indian marriages, and they were used to they were using Balanquin to take the bride. So these are it is very informative, as well as it is preserved to it is very helpful to preserve our Indian culture. So she is a very great poem. With this note I conclude. Thank you all.